Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome. Thank you for your patience. We are very excited to be launching a new product today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kimberly McAlindin, and it is an absolute pleasure to be here for Annie's Attic. For those also that don't know anything about me, I've been in the industry for over 20 years, the fiber industry. I am a knitting and crochet pattern designer. And in the past, I have been the editor of Knit 123 and Crochet 123. So I am very familiar with all the wonderful knitting and crochet things, and I'm just very excited to be announcing this. I feel very lucky. If you're here and you can see me, please send me a message in the chat, and if you have any questions, I would love to answer them. Let's get started. Are you guys excited? I'm so excited. I can't wait. So this morning, or it's actually afternoon for some of you, we are launching the Heritage Crochet Stitch Sampler Afghan. Oh, hi, Patricia. It's wonderful to see you. The Heritage Crochet Stitch Sampler Afghan. Let me show you a picture. Look at how beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? This was designed by my very good friend, Tammy Hildebrand. We met in the early 2000s at the Crochet Guild of America's Chain Link, and we became very fast friends, and we just have had a wonderful time together. Patricia from Indiana, nice to see you. So Tammy Hildebrand designed this. It is so beautiful. And Annie's has had me be the video teacher. So this is one of, let's see, I have to look at my notes because it is a new crochet club for Annie's Attic, and it is available in 3 colorways. There is the Moss and Meadow colorway, which is what I'm showing right here. There is also the Everwood, which I think is this one. And then there's the Timber Trail. And so this is right here. So there's 3 different colors. Aren't they gorgeous? So you can have all of the colors. You could have the green and cream, or you could choose the browns and cream. It is, I have to tell you, whilst we were doing all of the videos for this, the teaching tutorial videos, I kept saying, and I've been a crocheter for many years. I really wished that I was in my friend Tammy's brain, so I could see how she came up with some of these things. The texture of this Afghan and some of the stitches I really wasn't familiar with. So I was marveling at her brain and the way she put things together. And so even if you are a seasoned crocheter, you're going to learn something new, because I certainly did with the blocks. Just the way that she put things together, I absolutely loved it. Angela is all the way from England, UK. Welcome. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So here again is the one that I worked on, and and by worked on, I mean I did the tutorials, but actually Tammy stitched this one. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, so this is a part of the Crochet Club. And let's see, you'll bring 35 gorgeous textured blocks to life over the course of 12 shipments. So this is a shipment. Hi, Karen from the UK. Welcome. This project is perfect for the confident beginner. So if you know how to make a chain stitch, if you know how to work a granny square, then this is a great project for you. Will it challenge you? Absolutely. But the great thing about this, wait, let me come and see you all. Hold on. The great thing about this is that you're going to have me along the way. So if you have an issue with any of the stitch patterns or any of the blocks that you'll be making, you can go to your video library and you'll be able to see my hands. Wait, there's a cool picture that they showed. Let me show you to you. Hold on. Check it out. So this actually is the Moss and Meadow. This is the pattern, or I'm sorry, these are the colors. And then here is an actual picture of my hands. So you can see how close up it is. If you aren't familiar with the kits already, you will get you will actually get this, not the phone and not my hands. You can't have my hands. But you will get everything that you need to start in your first shipment. The tutorials are hosted by me, and we have such a great time. I absolutely loved working on this, and I hope that you will too. I'm coming back to you. Yay! So it is such a wonderful, wonderful club. Let's see. There are 12 shipments, so you'll get a shipment a month, I'm assuming. Don't hold me to that. Your membership includes lifetime access to the video tutorials. So let's say in 3 years, you want to make another one. When I was doing this also, I was thinking, what a wonderful, wonderful wedding gift that would be for someone. So any of you that have people that are getting married in your life, children, grandchildren, great friends, what a wonderful gift this would be. And also, if you were to take, since you're making blocks and you're joining them together, you could make a baby blanket. So let's say you make the whole thing, right? And you make the whole thing, and then a couple years they have a baby. You could make like a wee mini one with just 4 blocks or just 6 blocks, however you want to. And you'll have the video tutorials in your library to go and remind you if it's a couple years later. Oh, this is so exciting. So the first kit does include 4 crochet hooks. 4, wow. Size F, 4.0 millimeter, size G, 4.5 millimeter, size H, 5 millimeter, and size I, 5.5 millimeter, 10 locking stitch markers, a tapestry needle, and obviously the yarn that you're going to need. So this brings me up. You're going to get 4 crochet hooks, and this is going to lead me into the little tip of the day. The tip that I have for you is about gauge. And any of you that know me and have taken any classes from me know that gauge is one of my favorite things to talk about. And one thing that you might not know as a student is that, or somebody that isn't a, speak, Kimberly, a pattern writer, is that there is a mathematical formula that we use in order to calculate how much yarn you're going to need. So let's say I have 4 stitches to the inch. Let's say it's 4 double crochets equal 1 inch. I'm going to use that information in order to make sure that you have enough yarn for your project. Now, it's not that big of a deal. You might say, well, I'm making an Afghan. I'm not making a garment. It's not that big of a deal. But friends, it really is, because we want to make sure that you have enough yarn. And of course you will, because they're professionals here at Annie's. But you want to make sure that you have enough yarn, right? And you don't, this is a very large Afghan. I was surprised when I saw the whole thing in the studio. And so you don't want it to be way, way too big and not have enough yarn. Hi, friends. Hi, Marlene. Nice to see you from California. Okay, so to show you again, here is the Heritage Crochet Stitch Sampler Afghan. Say that 10 times fast. I said it about 11 billion times when I was filming. The Heritage Crochet Stitch Sampler Afghan by my friend Tammy Hildebrand. And then here is, oh, this is a pretty one. Here's the different color yarns if you are going to use the Moss and Meadow. Here again is a picture of my hands, so you can see how close up the tutorials are. And we go over every single stitch, every single thing that you need to put this together. So again, if you are an adventurous beginner, you would be able to do this. Here is the colorway that's the greens and the creams, which I'm assuming is Everwood. Hi, Jacqueline from England. So jealous. England. And here is that third colorway, which is Timber Trail, I'm assuming, which are the browns and the, I'm trying to think of a color, and I've been trying to think of it for the last 10 minutes that we've been on here, and I can't. Tan? Not really tan, better than tan. Tan. And the creams. And for those of you that are just joining us, we are rolling out today. It is ready to be purchased. I'm so very excited. The Crochet Club for Annie's Attic. And I happen to be, wait, I'm coming to see you. And I happen to be the video expert this time on this Afghan. And I am so very, coffee, Marta, that is a great color. Yes. With cream, maybe latte. That sounds much fancier than. So anyway, and I am with you this time every step of the way if you would like. And it is ready for order over on annie'sattic.com. If you have any questions, you can absolutely, for wherever you're visiting me from, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, or here on Facebook, please put a question either in the comments now. I am almost done, but put the comments underneath this wherever you are watching, and I will be happy to answer any questions that I can. It has been an absolute pleasure. Do we have any comments yet? Comments. Do we have any questions yet? I see all of you are commenting, and it's so wonderful to see where you're from. But if anybody has any questions and I can answer them, I'm happy to. Hello, Diane. Nice to see you. Oh, I see a bunch of you are here from Facebook. Oh, I can tell where you're from. Isn't this cool? I can tell you're from Facebook. Diane, you're coming in from YouTube. Very nice. So let me, you don't need to see my face the whole time. Let's look at this absolutely beautiful Heritage Crochet Stitch Sampler Afghan. So another thing that I was talking about with the crew when we were filming this was, let's say you do like, I would do maybe 6 across. So you see right here, I don't know if you can see where there are 6 squares. If you did that and then did it again, you have a front and back. You almost have a sweater done. So my designer brains were going. I thought it was so cool. Okay, Marta wants to know how much the package is, and honestly, I don't know. So if you wanted to, when we were done, hop over to anniesattic.com. It is a monthly subscription, so you will be getting a package every month, and the price is on there. But I don't know the answer to that. I apologize. So go head on over to Annie's Attic. It's right there because today is the launch day for it, so you'll be able to see it. Hi, Vicki from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm sorry, Marta. I asked if anybody had any questions and I wasn't able to answer you. Oh, I'm sorry about that, but thank you for your patience. I'm brand new to this and I'm just so excited. I just feel very lucky to be able to be here with all of you. And I printed out pictures before I knew that we were going to have this handy dandy on-screen thing. And look, here's me. Wait, where's the camera? Here's me holding it up. So I printed that picture and my husband came downstairs. He's like, Kimberly, what is this? You did one of these before, Marta. Okay. Excellent. Terry's from Birmingham, Alabama. You're working on anything to use all your scraps, mostly little girl Afghans. What a great idea. You know, this would also be cool if you could use up your scraps for this too. How about a rainbow one? Oh, I would love that. Well, hello, Catherine D'Antonio. She's not going to tell me where she's from. It's Milford, Massachusetts, because that happens to be my sister who does not knit or crochet. Oh, thank you, Catherine. I love you. All right. So once again, if you are just joining me, we are, by we, I mean Annie's Attic, are rolling out the Heritage Crochet Stitch Sampler Afghan by my friend Tammy Hildebrand. It is a crochet club. It is available in the 3 colorways, and it is 35 gorgeous textured blocks that are put together. And then there is a thing that ties it all together. That would be an edging that ties it all together. Barbara. Hi, Barbara from New Jersey. Barbara, I'm also from New Jersey, fun fact. I'm in New Jersey right now. We're having a beautiful day. Will they offer the membership every 2 weeks or only monthly? Again, I don't know. That's really sad that I don't know the answer to this, but if you put this not in these comments, but after this is posted, I'm sure somebody from Annie's will get back to you. Oh, I see Annie's is on here right now. Right now, the membership is only available in 4-week memberships. Hi, Kathy from Michigan. I'm loving the launch. I'm going to show the pictures because I just think that they are so beautiful. Look at those blocks. They're just absolutely gorgeous. There are my hands again. So here is the pretty moss greens colorways. Here are those brown and latte colorway. And which are your favorite colorways? Which would you do? Would you do the moss and meadow? I know, aren't they gorgeous, Terry? I love them. Yeah, Barbara, I'm from New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey now. So beautiful. Hi, Sarah from Texas. I love launch parties because I've been sitting on this secret for a very, very big time. A very, very big time. A long, long while. Diane, I agree. The texture is just, it's incredible. And when you see the way the blocks are put together, some of them, it's magical. It actually is magical. Barbara loves moss and meadow. Yeah, I like all the colors. But then I also like the I like this green is one of my favorite colors. And now that I'm going to say latte 1,000 times because I figured out that's the color with the help of Marta. Myrta. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, it's so pretty. The earthly tone is very nice choice. I agree, Diane. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, another tip I wanted to tell you. So, okay, I've talked about gauge, and that's why you're getting all of those crochet hooks, because you really need to check your gauge to A, make sure you're not going to have a behemoth of an Afghan once you're finished, and B, so that you have enough yarn. And I had said before, if you're just joining us, that the way that we calculate the yardage that you need is based on the gauge. So that's one of the reasons why we give you a gauge. And the other tip that I wanted to give you is when you are working, with your yarn. You would think that I would have brought yarn up here, wouldn't you? But I was so excited to see all of you. When you're working with your yarn, when you're opening up your yarn, you know how sometimes we have that big like yarn barf that happens, and then we just kind of open it up and start with the end. Let's say you're doing your gauge swatch with that, right? Notice that that yarn is all out and laying down, right? If you were pulling it, if you were lucky enough to pull from that center pull and get that end right away, I almost like want to play the lottery on those days when I get that. And then you're going to do your gauge swatch that way. Your yarn supply is a little different that way because you're pulling it and it's a little bit tighter. So if you were to just, you know, for giggles, do two different yarn swatches with the same hook, you might actually have two different numbers because one, your yarn supply is out and it's just laying down there, so you're not pulling it out. And the second one, you're pulling it out, so your yarn is a little bit tighter, right? So in that first scenario, your yarn is loosey-goosey. And in that second scenario, it's kind of tight, right? Hi, Janice from West Virginia. Welcome. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and I've seen this with ladies in my church. Let's say I hold my yarn supply in my left hand, and I'm a righty, so I'm holding my crochet hook with my right hand. The yarn supply is in the left hand, but a lot of women, like, their yarn supply is over on their right hand side, and they're constantly pulling it across their body and stitching, pulling it across their body and stitching. I would ask you to put your yarn supply on the same side as you're holding the yarn supply. That way you don't have to continually be pulling it across your body, which, by the way, will affect gauge, right? Because if you're pulling it that way, or if it's just coming from this way, it does affect your gauge. Everything affects your gauge. Has anybody crocheted during a scary movie or a time when they're angry and their gauge is like so stinking tight? I've done that. So another thing you want to do is when you sit down, especially when you're doing something over a course of months, is to sit down, take a couple deep breaths, realize that you're going to be doing something fun for you that you love to do, creating, and stitch that way, right? And we don't want to be up on our hooks like this, and we want to make sure that we are relaxed. So those are two tips that I have for you today. I'm so thrilled again to be lucky enough to be your video instructor for this. Heritage Crochet Stitch Sampler Afghan. I'm going to show it to you one more time unless we have any more questions. All right. I'm glad you enjoy that tip, Diane. All right, so here we have the Moss and Meadow with all the different colors here. And again, that's this one. Can you guys tell I'm having so much fun with this, like switching back and forth? All right, and then this one is the green, the Everwood. I hope I'm saying that right. And then this one is the Timber Trail. I hope. I'm assuming. It is so pretty, isn't it, Diane? I'm glad that you were able to join us. All right, friends, you can find all of the information on this over on anniesaddict.com. This is one of the crochet clubs, and I am just so thrilled to be able to be a part of this and be a part of the launch party. And I hope to see you over on Annie's, either in the Facebook group or on YouTube or on Instagram. I'll be checking for your comments there and questions. And are any of the blocks the same, just different colors? Yes, Terry. Yes. That is Yes, there are I think there's only 3 that are that are done twice, and you have 35 blocks. So most of them are different, which is exciting. Oh, Diane. Diane's heading on over to Annie's Attic. Thank you for joining me. So anyway, thank you again to Diane and everyone that's here, Catherine, and I look forward to seeing you in the comments, either on Facebook or on Instagram or on YouTube. Thanks so much, and I sincerely appreciate you spending time with me. See you over on Annie's.